just reading through some of the comments from episode 1 of Pete's Eats.
They're great.
People have opinions, so I gotta do better. We're gonna do better. In fact, I'm thinking I want to make breakfast for everyone this morning.
I love it.
Little, I'm your brunch boss. Like,
you're not a regular boss.
I'm the brunch boss.
You're the brunch
Maybe
boss.
we just rename the thing brunch boss. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so at home we make this frittata,
Ooh,
fancy omelet.
it sounds fancy.
It's a Giada recipe. You know Giada de Laurentiis?
Yes.
She always pronounces things like frittata
Yeah,
or spaghetti.
I like hearing her say mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
There you go.
So anyway, I'm going to make frittata with asparagus, tomato, and fontina, and we need something sweet too. So I'm
Okay.
going to go to the store. I got about $10 to spend. I don't know how close I can stick to that $10.
You did really well last week.
$10.25 is not
Yeah.
bad. We had some leftovers.
Right, so we can use it for later in the week.
All right, so Brunch Boss presents frittata for his team. That's what we're doing.
I'm about it.
All right, Frank, got it, buddy. You're gonna love this. This special sweet treat. It's a little bit extra, a little bit bougie. We're gonna have bougie rolls.
Ooh.
You wanna see my ingredients?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so here's the asparagus. They're really thick.
Yeah, but we'll make it work.
Asparagus, it reminds you later you had asparagus. You know what I mean? It's like a little fontina.
Ooh.
There's a cut the cheese joke coming later. Slice the fromage. A lot of eggs. I only need 6 of these for the frittata, so we might be having egg sammies for lunch. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Roma tomatoes, 29 cents each.
You practically stole them.
I basically stole them. Oh, then the sweet treat.
Oh.
I found these. These were pretty cheap. Pain au lait, French sweet milk rolls, and we'll dab a little peach Bellini jam on them. Yeah. So
Really
I'm a little bit extra when it comes to brunch. Let's go make this.
Okay.
All right. Today's recipe once again is going to be an asparagus and tomato frittata with fontina cheese, a little basil from my garden. Look, I just grabbed it this morning on the way in. Okay, so first we got to preheat the broiler, because the way the frittata works is we're going to sprinkle some cheese over the top of it, and sprinkle some cheese over this, and then broil it. So broil, step 1. Okay, next we've got to cut the asparagus here. Okay, so this is a really loud package. Oh my gosh, it's like a bag of Sun Chips. Why did Sun Chips make their bags so loud? Like the sun itself is like, quiet down, Sun Chips. All right, so these are some thick asparagus. Look at that. They're really thick. As my grandpa would say, it's thicker than my thumb. I don't know why he says that, but no, he would say that. All right, so we got to just cut them up in like 2-inch pieces. Of course, as everyone knows, asparagus tips are actually the best part of the asparagus. I don't know why asparagus tips are so good, but they're better than the rest. And stay away from the woody stuff, because the woody stuff's just too woody. All right, that's enough. There's a lot of waste there, so if you're gonna make like a stew, maybe an asparagus water that you could sell at Whole Foods for like 13 bucks, I don't know. I tend to keep I'll just set them there. I'll make another use of those later. Actually, you know what a great use for asparagus like this is? Especially if they're super thick, and this is for realsies. I like to grill pizzas a lot. If you take a vegetable peeler, and you basically shave asparagus shavings, you can do like a white pizza with ricotta, black pepper, green onion, and then shaved asparagus on top with like some lemon zest. Get out of here, delicious. Okay, so let's go ahead and heat we need about a tablespoon of butter, okay? So let's just get that foaming or so. I say a tablespoon and then I just cut a tablespoon and a half. 29 cents per tomato. So here's the thing when you cook with tomatoes. This is a little bit weird, especially when you're putting them in something like an omelet or a frittata or a pizza for that matter. You have to seed them. If you don't squeeze the juice out of them, it will be a god-awful mess. Just stick your finger in there and you just pop out the seeds, because see, the tomato still has structure. If I were to squeeze it like a lime, it would have no structure and there would be no texture to it when you're using it. So let me continue to do that real quick. Okay, let's get the asparagus cooking here in the butter. That's some thick asparagus. Chad Force, one of my coworkers, not an asparagus guy. So what might end up happening is when I make this and he eats it, he might not like it at all. You know, sometimes though, it doesn't feel like there's enough liquid in there, enough fat. Just You can always mix olive oil and butter, it doesn't really matter. That's fine. I don't really measure when I cook. That's why I suck at baking. Okay, so we're just trying to soften those a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and dice the tomatoes with this really terribly dull knife. You know, cooking with a dull knife is a bad idea. Yeah, Nicole, can we get a better knife in the budget?
It's on back order with the
I love breakfast for dinner. Here's why. Because when I'm hungry at night, sitting around watching TV, I think about breakfast. I think about, I want a breakfast sandwich right now, but then when I get to breakfast time in the morning, who's in the mood for a giant breakfast to start their day? I love a breakfast sandwich. So delicious. I'm gonna cut my finger. It's just a matter of time here. Again, asparagus is one of those things that reminds you about an hour later, oh yeah, I forgot. There was asparagus in that. Pea joke. I feel like I need some salt. These salt grinders are a little bit extra. It's like it used to just be like this is how you'd salt things, but not with this. So I gotta get some grind on this. Keep the hips out of the shot. Okay, that's enough. My trainer, which is also a bougie thing to say, texted me after the last episode and said, your grip strength is terrible. You couldn't even open a jar of salsa. Get your in here right now. I'm terrified of her, so I will. These asparagus are thick like a bowl of oatmeal. We may have to let those things cook for a little while. Oh my God. This was $3.41 for this hunk of cheese. Fontina, great melting cheese. Great, oh, and the red part comes right off. It's sort of like my hair. Like if I could patch my male pattern baldness with this wax from this Fontina, that'd be great. God, that's not a cube. Here's a 3/4 inch octagon, or what's a hectagon? Rhombus. I cut them in a 3/4 inch rhombus. I need 6 eggs. Look at that one. What was happening in that chicken's life? Now you're supposed to use like a tablespoon of heavy cream in this recipe, but here's the thing. I'm trying to keep the budget in line, and number two, cream's not really healthy for you. So as this is going on here, you want to spread out so there's one layer of food. No one needs stacked layers of food in a one dish meal. I am the one dish meal guy, the 10-minute guy of the meals. All right, that looks good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is make sure you're got the pan to like medium low when you make a frittata. So you just pour it in, and they all just hang out. So what you want to do is why it's at medium low is so that it sort of sets gently. Sets gently. Okay, so what you do is you're just trying to get the bottom to set. The rest is going to set in the oven. I don't know if we have enough cheese yet, so I'm going to keep cutting the cheese. You know when you go to a graduation party and they've got cheese cubes, but they're just like the crappy cheese cubes. They're just like regular cheddar or regular Swiss. And the only way you know it's Swiss because it has like a fake dot in it. It's terrible cheese. I like cheese. All right, let's doppel in the cheese. Okay, so you just doppel in the cheese. What word am I looking for? It can't be doppel. Like doppel is nothing. All right, there we go. Okay, so take this, when it looks about like that, you're gonna slot it into a hot broiler. Watch yourself. We need like disclaimer, working with hot pan in broiler, don't burn your hand off. Oh, in the meantime, let's get ready to heat these rolls up. Steamy. Okay, oh, this is gonna burn the bejesus out of me. All right, hang on everybody. All right, so you don't burn yourself. You always want to keep the hot pads like over the handle because I'll go to shake it to feel chefy and that'll happen. So now just grab some fresh basil and just sort of tear it up over the top. You wanna do this soon. It'll kind of brown the basil a little bit, but like the essence and the oils of the basil though will get in the food and flavor it better. So, some people don't like basil. You know what I say to those people? I don't care. I don't care. And I know there's a group of people that are like, I don't like cilantro. I don't care. Cilantro is amazing. Tastes metallic. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now what you want to do is you just sort of cut it. You don't have to cut it with anything sharp because it's just gooey food stuff. All right, let's take this out to the porch. I will serve it to my man Frank. And by my man Frank, I mean my coworker, who's a female. Her name is Nicole. Frank, I got you some brunch.
What'd you do?
Okay, so
Oh my God.
this is your fork. I have not placed that in my mouth. I know we got a big radio show coming up today, and so you need some calories. There are vegetables in here. The dairy people are happy. eggs.
Eggs, protein.
Basil. Is there anything you, like, are there ingredients in this that you were like, I don't like that?
I'm not a huge tomato person usually, but like in things,
Sure.
they're good, so.
All right, have at it. You grab a just giant piece of cheese. Oh, there's this. It might be hot. Warning, I make hot food and hot takes. I don't want to judge you, but you put a lot on your fork.
I just like a nice
You like
bite.
re-stabbing
Yeah.
it. Like, take your time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you outdid yourself with this
Well, I didn't outdo myself. I knew this was going to happen. Is that good? I can't take credit for the bread. I bought bread and bought jam and put it on there. Good thing there's a large truck going by.
Oh, good.
All right, let's go serve some other co-workers. Let's see if we can get Chad Force, my man Chad Force, client success specialist, and maybe Erica. Let's go feed some other people. All right, brunch. Chad Force.
Oh boy.
That one, it's fine. Oh, Erica here, no roll.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. Can you not tell my wife I ate vegetables? I don't want her to expect anything.
I'm gonna hurt my back. Really?
No, it's good.
Oh, well, no.
Really good.
You're welcome to say it's interesting, or Pete, you're talentless.
I dig it.
Delicious.
All right, so I apparently gave myself the most beautiful piece.
You did give yourself the most beautiful piece.
Look at that. It's like a work of art. So again, this is about 10 bucks. I will do the math. I think it's like 11 bucks. But we got extra jam and we have extra rolls. We have a half dozen eggs left over.
And we fed 6 people.
We fed 6 grown-ass adults. And I say let's try it, but we have this a lot. Like so, oh, good. The cream makes it richer if you went the cream route, but
I kind of liked it without the cream. You
it
know?
feels more sensible.
Yeah.
Then someone's always like, I'm lactose intolerant. It's like, oh, no cream's in it. Peter home office. Fuck. Fuck. Don't put that in the video.